My $800 billion project will light up Africa and build a world of pride and power, showing Africa can lead with its own strength.
My $800 billion initiative will illuminate Africa, fostering a continent of pride and strength, proving Africa can lead with its own resilience. In the heart of West Africa, cradled by vast deserts and rugged terrains, lies Burkina Faso, a modest, landlocked nation often overlooked globally. For years, this country grappled with poverty, scarce resources, and a lack of essentials like electricity and clean water. Many of its citizens lived in rural hamlets where nightfall brought darkness, leaving homes unlit, schools without energy, and hospitals unable to run critical equipment. But today, Burkina Faso is crafting a new chapter with a monumental $800 billion hydroelectric venture that could reshape not only the nation, but the entire African continent. This bold endeavor, spearheaded by the visionary Captain Ibrahim Traoré, is more than a plan to produce power. It's a powerful assertion of sovereignty, a symbol of hope, and a roadmap for a thriving future. The world watches in amazement as this small nation dares to dream grandly, showing that Africa can seize its destiny and lead in innovation, self-sufficiency, and progress. With an $800 billion price tag, this project ranks among the largest infrastructure undertakings globally. Skeptics once dismissed it as unfeasible for a nation like Burkina Faso, with its modest economy and historical challenges. But Captain Traoré, a young and resolute leader, saw untapped potential. He envisioned harnessing Burkina Faso's rivers, its diligent people, and its latent strengths to create something extraordinary. His plan involves constructing 11 dams along the Mohoun River, linked to a smart energy grid that will supply clean, reliable power to 15 West African nations. This isn't just about lighting homes. It's about energizing schools, hospitals, factories, and farms, generating millions of jobs, and building a future where every African can thrive. As workers pour concrete, install turbines, and lay thousands of miles of cables, the vision is taking shape, positioning Burkina Faso as a trailblazer in a new era for Africa. This project is a beacon of defiance and hope. For too long, African nations were viewed as reliant on foreign aid, their resources exploited while their people struggled. Traoré's initiative rewrites this narrative by partnering with nations like Cuba, Iran, and Brazil, bypassing traditional Western reliance. He's proving Africa can forge its own path. The $800 billion project declares that Burkina Faso in Africa needs opportunities, infrastructure, and a chance to shine, not saviors. As the dams rise and lights flicker on, Burkina Faso demonstrates that even a small nation can achieve greatness with bold ambition. To grasp the project's significance, we must understand Burkina Faso's history. Once called Upper Volta, the nation gained independence from France in 1960, but prosperity didn't follow. Its arid lands, dominated by deserts and savannas, made farming a livelihood for most challenging due to scarce rainfall and limited water access. Poverty was widespread, with many unable to afford food, clean water, or health care. Electricity was a rare luxury, mostly confined to cities like Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso, where outages disrupted daily life. In rural areas, the situation was dire. Villages had no power, forcing reliance on candles, kerosene, or firewood, which were costly, hazardous, and environmentally damaging. Smoke from these sources harmed health and fueled deforestation. Children couldn't study at night, limiting education, while hospitals struggled to keep medicines cold or run equipment, endangering lives. These weren't mere inconveniences, they were obstacles to progress, holding Burkina Faso back. Politically, the nation faced instability, with coups and leadership changes hindering economic growth. Foreign aid kept it afloat, but often came with strings tying Burkina Faso to external interests. By 2022, When Captain Ibrahim Traoré assumed power via a military coup, the people craved change. Traoré saw electricity as the key to unlocking Burkina Faso's and West Africa's potential. His $800 billion hydroelectric project was born from this conviction, a daring plan to break free from the past and create a future where every citizen could prosper. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is no ordinary leader. Young, determined, and deeply patriotic, he aimed to make Burkina Faso strong and self-reliant. Unlike predecessors who leaned on foreign aid, Traoré focused on local resources. He saw the Mohoun River as an opportunity. Rivers have powered civilizations for centuries, and he believed its flow could transform the region. His plan, an $800 billion project to build 11 massive dams along the Mohoun, connected to a smart grid delivering power to 15 West African countries. This isn't about a single dam, but a cohesive infrastructure network producing clean, reliable energy. The dams use the river's force to spin turbines, sending electricity to cities, towns, and villages. The grid's smart technology ensures efficient power distribution, minimizing waste and outages. The $800 billion price tag stunned the world. Critics called it too costly and risky for a small economy, but Traoré saw it as an investment in Africa's future. Instead of seeking Western aid, he partnered with emerging economies like Cuba, Iran, and Brazil, whose engineers and technicians work alongside Burkina Faso's workers. These partnerships signal Africa's ability to choose its allies and build independently. The 11 dams are engineering feats, built to withstand floods, droughts, and rugged terrain. Workers blast through rock, lay strong foundations, and install turbines and spillways to control water flow, ensuring year-round power. This massive effort involves thousands of workers, heavy machinery, and cutting-edge technology, training locals in skilled trades and fostering pride in the historic project. The smart grid is the project's brain, a high-tech network using AI to distribute power across 15 West African nations, from Niger to Nigeria. It ensures electricity reaches where it's needed most: factories in Ghana, schools in Togo, or hospitals in Mali, preventing blackouts and reducing waste. Solar panels provide backup, ensuring reliability. By 2030, the grid will be fully operational, but parts are already live, bringing light to villages and enabling businesses to plan expansion. The grid transforms lives. Families gain light for nighttime study, hospitals run critical equipment, and businesses grow, from small shops using digital apps to factories producing export goods. A farmer in Mali can now irrigate crops year-round, boosting productivity. The project is creating over 1.5 million jobs in Burkina Faso, from construction to tech, empowering locals with skills and income. Traoré prioritized training his people, fostering ownership and pride. A former street vendor might now operate a crane, while a migrant worker returns to program AI systems. Over 40 green tech firms have set up near the dams, dubbing the area Africa's Energy Silicon Valley. These firms innovate in solar and wind, creating more jobs and positioning Burkina Faso as a clean energy leader. The dams also power irrigation, enabling year-round farming of crops like mangoes and rice, boosting exports and turning Burkina Faso into an agricultural hub. This $800 billion initiative is sparking an economic revolution. Jobs fuel local businesses, from shops to factories, while reliable power supports startups and industries. The grid's reach across 15 countries drives regional growth. Factories in Ghana, markets in Nigeria, and schools in Mali thrive with stable electricity. Investors worldwide are drawn to West Africa's energy hub, bringing technology and jobs. Initially mocked, Burkina Faso now commands global attention. China, Russia, and India partner eagerly, while Western nations scramble to join, eyeing the dam's clean energy potential for North Africa and Europe. This project is a statement of independence, breaking Africa's cycle of exploitation. Traore's vision restores dignity, proving Africa can lead. In a decade, Burkina Faso will be transformed. High-speed trains, green cities, digital schools, and new industries like vertical farming will thrive. Other African nations, inspired by Traore's success, are launching their own energy plans. This $800 billion project is just the start, making electricity a right, not a luxury, and igniting a revolution of hope and pride. Burkina Faso is building a future, 1 megawatt at a time. Share this inspiring story. Let the world see Africa's rise, led by Africans for Africans.